Love, light, greetings, gratitude, blessings and blessings. Ascension Star family, my divinity to yours. Welcome if you're new, and thank you if you're returning. Thank you for your love, light, your support, your appreciation and participation, your likes and shares, your hearty comments, and our unite in light, to shift, uplift, to light with all our might, people and planet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 7/7/2024, 7/7/8/22/4. Heart chakra and the Emperor, ruling with unconditional love, leading with unconditional love. All interactions, connections, and relationships, partnerships, friendships, unionships, colleagueships, from the heart space through unconditional love, uniting and lighting one heart to another. A happy 7/7 gateway activation, cosmic portal, filling the planet with blessings. May you all celebrate your highest intention and vibrate in love, in light, shimmering your magic, your sparkle. Through the comments, there's a request for me to read on Anne, Princess Royal's husband, Timothy Laurence, who was spotted with a black eye at a charity event at Westminster Abbey, and sources from the palace indicate that it was a gardening incident, and of course this was an article dated at GB News 4th of March, so the exact date of the incident is not mentioned unless I missed it. I did not Google further to find that out at this point. We wish to determine if that was just a gardening incident or accident or a slip and a fall relating to some type of gardening situation. Now, Tim is a Pisces. His date of birth is the 1st of March 1955, which brings us to a 24/6 energy. So let us begin. Spirit Divine, Mother, Father, Supreme and Sovereign, in your light, your might, your essence and presence, embrace us with your grace as you connect and protect me, our channel of light, of ascension, and our star family listening. Bring us clear messages, answers, and what we need to know at this time relating to our query, our question. Thank you, and so it is. Before I begin, during the pre-shuffle, I had the Four of Swords that jumped out in the reverse, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. Right? So, King of Cups is King Charles and William. Our Eight of Wands is something that took place on occurrence at speed, very quickly. And of course we had the Four of Swords, which if I do remember to show it to you in this particular deck, it's somebody laying down which looks deceased, and of course not a very happy picture. In the reverse is an end to something. In a general interpretation of that, it is usually a person retreating, resting, recovering in meditation, prayer, contemplation, wants to be alone. Right, so we have the Magician, the Eight of Pentacles, someone working very hard to do some grand magic, some spectacular manifestation. We have it should be in the upright like this, but it is in the reverse. So what does that mean? This to me looks like a sharp object. Feathers. This is spirit. So this is not a happy picture. Right, Four of Cups. Unfocused, disinterested, far away, not seeing things. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Right, interesting. A pick in a garden. So, was this meant to be a cover-up through some type of magic, some type of story? Did somebody get into a fight, into an argument? Let's find out. Spirit, tell us. Did Mr. Laurence, as per reporting, media reporting, have a gardening accident that gave him that black eye that was spotted in early March, the 4th of March at Westminster Abbey at a charity event? Tell us. We have the Queen of Cups. It has to do with a woman. Spirit is saying it is feminine. It's related to a feminine energy in some way. Somebody that has a title, somebody that is important. It's not just a commoner. It's part of the circle. Now, this is Diana's card, but I'm not feeling her in this particular card. It's pointing out to somebody in the institution. 4. Four of Pentacles. It's something to do with, well, they're not giving me details yet, but it's something to do with him being party to others. There is more than 1, 2, or 3 people, right? There is others. So he's party to a group, we can call it a group, that had to do something or undertake something that is related to a royal woman, or a woman, a prestige woman, a famous somebody, an important figure that's part of the circle. The person is known, right? He had to play a part in that. He had some kind of hold or control or important factor to this. to this woman. My throat is playing up. Whatever we're hearing, they're saying is not the truth. An entire deck fell, half a deck or quarter of a deck. The card I need is the Judgment card. Right, so this is a serious problem. It has nothing to do with a gardening incident. It is a major issue. It's something big. It's something more than that. Right? Empress. Catherine. It's related to Catherine. It has something to do with Catherine. Oh, well, she is the woman. Right, we have the Five of Wands. Group of people in a battle. He was in a fight. Right, he was in a fight. And it had something to do with a feminine energy. Catherine. Allegedly, right? Allegedly, according to what the cards are saying, Spirit is saying this is what it is. I thought it flipped, but it didn't. All right, what else? In reverse, the Lovers. Right, we did say he was a 6, he was a 24-6 in his full date of birth, and this is a 6 in reverse. Right, there was nothing kind or loving about this fight. It was nasty, it was ugly. There was hatred, there was great dispute and conflict. There was enemies here. Whether it was actual enemies of his, or he was part of that pack where there were enemies. But it was a group of people and it was ugly. Right, so we have the 2. He had to undertake a task. Go out there and do something. Right. I had the 9 of Pentacles fall out as well, which is also a Catherine card for me. A single woman, but speaks of her. But I'm not taking it. But it's showing that it is related to her energy. Right? He had a role to fulfill. Some argument, some conflict took place surrounding or party to her, not directly, right? It wasn't a fight with her, but there was something in that mix that was leading in the direction to her. It had some connection to her. So it's not a gardening accident, according to Knight of Cups. This can be a William card. Right? It can also be, in this case, a Thomas Kingston card. So this to me points to one of them. Thomas Kingston is a Cancer. And I recently found that out. And his date of birth is the 22nd of June. 22 June. Today's vibration is 77822-4. How interesting that is. So this is either Thomas or William. Or it could be both, because we have it next to the 2. So it could be both of them. He was in the group where both of them were present. That's a high possibility here. All right, tell me what's going on, Spirit. Give us more information, please. Who is... Yeah, he was in the group with both of them. Right? He had both of them in his presence at some time, at some point. So how did he get this black eye? In a fight, obviously. Tell us more about this black eye, please. This is grief, sadness, mourning, loss. So somebody's end took place here. Right, he was party to this end. An ending of a life, an ending of a situation. He was party to this. And again, a 5. Right, this group of 5. He was one of them present, or one of them involved, or he was involved in some way. To get a black eye, you have to be physically involved. You're not going to slip and go and hurt your eye. You would hurt your knee, you would break an ankle, or your hand, or injure yourself somewhere else from a fall to get into your eye. That's a danger zone. Tell us more, please. This is the Sun card. $19. I need to find a number sequence to help me here, Spirit says. 19. They're both 19s, 1955 and 1978. So that's not very helpful. All right, help me here. This is about illumination. It's illuminating a situation now, right? So we want clarity. So the sun is showing us the light. It is showing us the brightness of what we want to find out. It's not about any happiness here. It is next to the grief card. So it's enlightening us on this grief or situation. Please tell me more. What was this related to? To William? Did he have an fight with William, or was he in a fight with Kingston? Well, at the bottom is the 5 of Swords, so it was definitely a fight. It was definitely a fight. This is a royal card. So he was doing work, he was taking part or involved while he was in the presence of William. Right? He was there. William was present. It was not like he had received a message and acted. They were all present at some point. And this is how this would have taken place. King of Pentacles. Money was exchanged. Right? right? Somebody got paid very well for this. There was a lot of money exchanged here. Right, I want to show you this. The World card. 21 and 10, right? Somebody was taken out. So the person that was taken out was Kingston. He had to go down. This was the instruction via the Queen of Swords in exchange for something to take someone out from this world. Now what's interesting is I did not know where this was going, but when I began working out Thomas's date of birth, well, actually I started with his death date, because Timothy and Thomas, they ended up with the T in their names, and I thought, okay, let's just do Thomas while I'm here, while I'm at it. And he's born 25/2, right? Apologies, 22 June 1978, and his energy vibration, let me get my book before I just think things up. 22 June 1978. He's a 4-6-25, which becomes a 7, and of course that reduces to a 17, that becomes an 8. What's interesting is his death date is 25/02/2024. He's a 7/2/8, and he becomes a 17/8. So he's got a 17/8 in his death date and his birth combination date. And I have been seeing a lot of 17 in numbers recently. And I kept thinking about Diana because she was 1/7, 1st of July. So I thought it was just that. But, oh, hold on. Right, she comes through now. As I talk, she is pointing out the truth. I didn't feel her, but here we feel her. She's here. As a divine feminine telling me that this is about Catherine. Right, there's Catherine as the Empress. So Diana is here, pointing out, illuminating. Thank you. So that's why she's impressing, is for me to bring information out. Well, yes, he definitely got a Blixen. A hard shot to his face, right? He's holding his face. He's definitely got it regarding this incident. And I was asked to look at the bottom. There's the tower, right? So something, well, I'll say something, but we know what it is leading to, what this means, right? So as I started to shuffle, we've got 7 of Wands. Right, that's part of the 7 of the 17, and the month we've got the Star card, meaning somebody has passed on from a terrible takeout, a war, a fight. Right, so he was taken out. He was taken out. Right, he's ascended into higher dimensions with the Star in his rightful place after this particular incident. So this man was involved in something related to that. Right, I will leave these cards at the bottom as part of the reading, but still we have the Tower. So I'll just do a few more. Is there anything else, Spirit? I'm not saying he was directly involved in the entire completion, but it it was known to him. He was aware of something very big. He has the history or the knowledge of a lot of things relating to it. Right, according to what we're seeing here in the cards. Is there any other message, Spirit, before we close? Yes, it was a very big celebration in the end. And there's our Eight of Wands. It was a very big celebration in the end, once the achievement was done. Right, and I also feel that they thought they could get away with the reporting of it being a gardening accident. Right, it was, oh, okay, they've bought it. Cheers to all of us. It's like, again, I get the message. We kind of pulled it off, you know. We've done it. It was a celebration. An achievement, I feel. Let us leave it here. I'm going to look for the Four of Swords that I just remembered to show you what that card looks like. Just give me a moment. Alright, this is the card. This is a deceased person. In a vault. You know, an Egyptian tomb. This is not a person that is meditating. This is a person that said his final goodbyes, like, you know, I'm done. So in the reverse, it is definitely no meditation, no rest to wake up and feel rejuvenated. It is the final rest. It's the resting place. And this is the card that sprung out of the deck the minute I picked it up and did one or two shuffles. So yes, and after all of that my deck looks like this, I still ended up with the Tower card at the bottom. And it is a mess that I've got to put right, but I'm showing you that I flipped the deck and I went through it at random, and I'm still with the Tower at the bottom. All right, beautiful hearts, here we have it. I hope this answers your question or gives you some kind of clarity. Of course, it's all alleged according to what Spirit is saying and showing us, that it was definitely unrelated to what was reported. There is something much more to it, and of course the tragedy. I love you, I bless you, I thank you. Till next.